Welcome back, everyone, to Montgomery County's Engage at Home, brought to you by the county's Caregiver Support Program. I'm Lily Fisher, your host. We are taking a few moments away from maybe the more serious things that caregivers may have on their minds at the moment to look at some cultural opportunities that are coming our way free and allow us to stay at home safe and sound and explore some of the most amazing global, national, and let's be honest, local pleasures that are out there. Let's have a little bit of an investigation of what the DC government has made available just down the road from us here in Montgomery County. So here we are, Cultural Tourism DC. Their website address is a little long. It's listed up here at the top. So just take the time to check that out. And when you're looking it up to get this special edition, you will need to type in this exact series of letters and numbers. Now, as I mentioned, that there is a lot that you can be looking at and enjoying from the comfort of your home. Let's start at the top here. Look what we have. For anyone who has a delight of Shakespeare, literature, classic culture, here we have podcasts available for you to listen, learn, and enjoy. For many of us, we are probably feeling a little bit hesitant about going out on walks. So DC government has spent a lot of time developing cultural walks of various neighbourhoods. DC has such a rich history from back before Washington DC was our nation's capital, through the Civil War, going obviously to today. Let's have a little scroll down and have a look to see what they have on offer. If you haven't spent any time lately in Washington, DC, or you may not really be that familiar at all with DC, I really encourage you to take the time and have a look at some of these interesting cultural tours. Now, there are more than those listed on this webpage. You can also look at all of the cultural tours available on their website. And here's the expanded list with guidebooks that are available to read from the comfort of your home. They cover neighbourhoods, but they also cover historic times in the region of Washington, DC. I'll just scroll down right to the bottom and then we'll go back and we'll make a selection of a couple of these and have a look. So let's look at this one, Civil War to Civil Rights. These are beautifully presented publications that have excellent photography, great explanations of what they're going to be sharing with you. Really emotive photography. And many of these buildings still exist. I'm just going to scroll down a little bit further because as you can see, these individual documents are a history lesson in themselves. And if you were able to get out of the house and go walking, you then would be able to see these placards that are along the route of each of the walking tours. And then Most important, these individual publications then can be your resource as you're going on your tour. So let's have a look at another one. This one looks fascinating. Washington, D.C. has always been, as they say, a melting pot of many cultures. And I think one of the things that this document does really well is go back to everyone who has lived in various neighborhoods, tells their story both by photography and by writing, and helps us understand the richness of somewhere that for many people who live in Montgomery County, they may not be as fully aware of the depth of history, culture, and neighborhoods in Washington, D.C. As I mentioned with the previous one, here is the walking map, and each of the pages is designated with different spots. Now, you don't necessarily have to deny yourself enjoying this now. You could start learning about Washington, D.C. and the different neighborhoods. You could also use Google Maps to take you virtually on a street tour. So let's look at one more, and then we will say farewell from this show today. So this is a little different, this one. This one has less of a brochure and more of a general explanation of the subject. And here it's telling us that we could just download the trail map. We could download and read the entire guidebook, or we could even look at this guidebook in Spanish. Let's download the entire guidebook in English. Once again, beautifully presented. This is like participating in a lifelong learning class where you are self-pacing yourself. You're learning about history, people, the diversity of a region, some of the highs and lows, and most specifically, you're starting to discover more about the region that you live in and how it has evolved over the years. I really encourage you to take the time, discover more about what Cultural DC has, and as a reminder, here is the website address. And from here, you can discover more about the DC area, what actually is going to be available in the future through Cultural DC, and some of the incredible resources that are available right now. I want to thank everyone once again to joining us for Engage at Home, Montgomery County's caregiver support programs offering for all of us as we stay indoors. If you have immediate concerns or needs, please contact Montgomery County's Aging and Disability Services on 240-777-3000. Keep well, and I look forward to seeing you again.